Hello, and thanks for visiting the overview presentation for the 7-Community Comprehensive Safety Action Plan. Plan development has been funded through a federal grant administered through Regional Planning Affiliations 13 and 18. In this brief overview presentation, we'll be addressing the following important information. We'll cover the communities included within the plan. Next, we'll provide information about why the plan is being done and the importance of completing it. Next will be the engagement or outreach efforts carried out throughout the plan development. Then we'll review key parts of the plan, and we'll wrap up with information about how you can get to the plan document for review. The Comprehensive Safety Action Plan covers the 7 communities of Atlantic, Clarinda, Glenwood, Harlan, Missouri Valley, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. The grant that supports funding the plan development is administered through the Regional Planning Affiliations 13 and 18, who provide transportation and other planning technical support for each of the communities. The plan addresses safety needs and provides recommendations for improvements for the local transportation network, which includes local streets in each community, intersections with the state highway system, and sidewalks and trails in each community. The goal of the process is to encompass all modes of travel from walking and biking to driving. In setting a foundation of why the plan is important to the region, we reviewed 10 years of crash data. What we observed was that while we are seeing a declining trend in crashes, the trend is influenced by elevated conditions in 2019. Over the last 5 years, the trend reflects a leveling off or a stagnation in crash reduction. When crashes involving pedestrians and bicyclists are focused on, the 10-year crash trend reflects an increasing number occurring across the communities. Reviewing the contributing factors to the crash trends, 2 primary behaviors observed are increasing numbers of crashes involving drivers who were distracted and crashes where drivers are under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Addressing these behaviors is included in the plan recommendations. Preparation of the plan employs methods and perspectives of the safe system approach to addressing crashes. This approach is based on several critical principles. First, fatalities and serious injuries from crashes are unacceptable and can be eliminated. Second, people, whether they're driving, walking, or biking, make mistakes that can lead to crashes. Thus, we all need to be a part of actions to eliminate crashes. Third, relying on one part of the equation to address crashes will not lead to the success of getting to 0 serious crashes. Thus, we need a coordinated effort that includes actions that influence travel behavior across all modes, efforts to make roadway improvements that actively address deficiencies, and we need to expand the availability of more immediate care to treat people involved in crashes. The plan and the overall Safe Streets for All funding program incorporates recommended actions to promote physical improvements to the multimodal network and programs to help create better drivers, pedestrians, and bicyclists. A cornerstone of the Safe Systems approach and the Safe Streets for All program is gathering and distributing information to the public and community leaders. For the 7-Community Safety Action Plan, the following efforts were carried out. In the summer of 2025, an online community survey with questions about how people travel and where they have safety concerns was open for about 6 weeks. Also in the summer of 2025, the study team visited each town during a community event and set up a booth to gather information about safety concerns from people attending and to promote the online survey. A third key aspect of the outreach program was the Safety Technical Advisory Group, or the STAG as it was referred. The STAG was made up of city and county staff, and community decision makers met 4 times over the course of developing the plan to gather input on issues, discuss local preferences for the range of action ideas in the safety toolbox, and to present recommendations. Next, I would like to provide a short overview of the content of the plan covering the 7 communities. The Comprehensive Safety Action Plan is organized into 7 sections. Sections 1 through 3 establish the foundation of the plan through highlighting the purpose and vision for the effort. Central to the vision is a goal of reducing serious and fatal injuries in the communities to 0 by 2050. Section 4 highlights the outreach efforts connected to the year-long effort. Sections 5 and 6 outline the data incorporated into understanding conditions in each community and the potential actions to address concerns. And finally, Section 7 provides the implementation plan of recommended actions that are outlined in a set of community profiles and a locally defined prioritized list of projects and programs to move forward. The plan also includes information about potential state and federal funding sources that could be tapped to help communities move critical projects forward. Improvement projects and programs included in Section 7 were developed through integrating the following: input received from community leaders and stakeholders on areas of safety concern across the transportation network in each community, the results of assessing 10 years of crash data, which is reported in the high injury network, and by identifying features in each community that typically are associated with higher risk conditions, which can lead to an elevated level of crashes. These higher risk attributes in the networks include railroad crossings, higher speed roads, multi-lane roads without a median, signalized intersections, and areas around schools that experience a mix of travel in short periods each school day. Recommended actions for each community are summarized in community profiles that have been prepared for each of the 7 towns. The profile format is consistent across all communities, with the Atlantic profile used here as an example. I'll run through each of the primary parts of the profiles. First in the profiles is some basic information for each community, such as the population and the area each community covers. We also include the total number of crashes that result in either a fatality or a serious injury. The combination of fatal and serious injury crashes is listed as the number of KSI crashes. We also have noted number of crashes involving vulnerable road users, abbreviated as VRU, who are bicyclists, pedestrians, scooter riders, and others not in a vehicle. The next section is the top focus areas for each community. This section lists the key safety issues and concerns that were identified through the data analysis, discussion with stakeholders from each community, and through the engagement efforts in each town. Core to the Safe Streets for All program is development and use of a robust toolbox of behavior, infrastructure improvement, and enforcement options to address the top focus areas. For each community, we have included a list of effective actions to consider. These were pulled from a toolbox of approximately 47 items. Through the planning efforts, we have identified a prioritized list of actions to work on for implementation to address the higher priority safety issues defined in each community. The list in the profile is in order of priority for implementation and includes a combination of infrastructure improvements and programs that are proven to change behavior in a manner that can improve travel safety. Each profile also includes a map of the location of each of the recommended safety projects, which also encompass community-wide or regional programs that address behavior. I thank you for your time in watching our presentation on the 7 Community Comprehensive Safety Action Plan. You can review the plan by accessing the website shown here and clicking on the link in Draft Plan Development. The public comment period for the draft plan runs from May 5th through May 30th. Thank you.